The Power of Silence, an inspirational story inspired by the teachings of Gautam Buddha. In the ancient kingdom of Maga, amidst the verdant landscapes and serene rivers, there was a small village named Rampur. The villagers led simple lives, but recently, a heavy cloud of stress had settled over them. The once vibrant community was now filled with people who were constantly worried, anxious, and overburdened with the challenges of daily life. In the heart of this village lived a man named Arjun. He was a hard-working farmer, known for his dedication to his fields and his family. Yet, despite his tireless efforts, he felt a deep, unrelenting stress gnawing at him. Arjun's mind was never at peace. He worried about the future, about his crops, about his family's well-being, and about every little thing that could go wrong. One day, as Arjun plowed his field under the scorching sun, his thoughts consumed by endless worries, he noticed a group of people gathered near the village square. Curiosity piqued, he left his work and joined the crowd. To his surprise, he saw a serene figure clad in simple robes, sitting under a large banyan tree. It was Buddha, the enlightened one, who had come to the village to spread his teachings. Buddha's presence radiated a calmness that seemed to soothe the very air around him. As he began to speak, his voice was gentle yet powerful, like a cool breeze on a hot day. "Dear friends," Buddha began, "I see that many of you are troubled by stress and worry. Today, I wish to share with you a story that may help you find peace." The villagers, including Arjun, listened intently, eager to hear Buddha's wisdom. Buddha began, "Once, in a forest not far from here, there lived a young monk named Kalyan. He had devoted himself to the path of meditation and wisdom, but despite his dedication, he was constantly plagued by a restless mind. Thoughts of the past and worries about the future swirled in his head, much like a monkey jumping from tree to tree. Kalyan sought the guidance of his teacher, an old and wise monk named Ananda. "Master," Kalyan said, "no matter how hard I try to meditate, my mind remains restless. I cannot find peace." Ananda smiled kindly and took Kalyan to a quiet spot by a serene river. They sat down, and Ananda handed Kalyan a clear glass of water. "Hold this glass and observe," Ananda instructed. Kalyan did as he was told, and Ananda began to stir the water with a small stick. The clear water turned murky as silt and dirt rose from the bottom. "This, Kalyan, is your mind when you are consumed by thoughts and worries," Ananda explained. "It becomes clouded and turbulent." Ananda then stopped stirring the water and placed the glass on the ground. Slowly, the silt settled, and the water became clear again. "Now, observe what happens when you allow stillness," Ananda said. "Your mind, like this water, will settle if you let it. You must learn to be patient and gentle with yourself." Kalyan understood the lesson. He began to practice mindfulness, focusing on his breath and allowing his thoughts to come and go without attachment. Over time, his mind grew calmer, and he found the peace he had been seeking. Buddha continued, "Just like Kalyan, many of us have monkey minds that are constantly jumping from one worry to another. To find peace, we must learn to observe our thoughts without getting caught up in them. This is the essence of mindfulness, to be present in the moment and to accept it without judgment." The villagers nodded, absorbing Buddha's words. Arjun felt a glimmer of hope in his heart. He realized that his constant worrying was like the stirred-up silt in the glass of water. He needed to find a way to let his mind settle. Buddha then shared another story to illustrate the middle way, a path of balance and moderation. "Once," Buddha began, "there was a musician named Sutta who played the veena, a beautiful stringed instrument. Sutta was known for his melodious music that could calm even the most troubled hearts. One day, a young man approached him, seeking to learn the art of playing the veena. Sutta handed the young man the instrument and said, 'To play beautiful music, you must learn to tune the strings just right. If the strings are too tight, they will snap. If they are too loose, they will produce no sound. The key is to find the right balance.' The young man practiced diligently, understanding that the lesson was not just about playing the veena but also about life. He learned to balance his efforts, neither pushing himself too hard nor being too lax. In doing so, he found harmony in his music and in his life." Buddha looked at the villagers and said, "In our lives, we must find the middle way. We must balance our efforts and not let stress and worry consume us. Practice mindfulness in your daily activities, whether you are working in the fields, cooking, or simply walking. Focus on the present moment and let go of the burden of unnecessary thoughts." Arjun felt a sense of clarity wash over him. He realized that his stress was a result of his mind being constantly pulled in different directions. He resolved to practice mindfulness and seek balance in his life. Buddha's teachings didn't end there. He shared simple practices that the villagers could incorporate into their daily routines to help alleviate stress. Mindful breathing. Take a few moments each day to focus on your breath. Breathe in deeply and exhale slowly. This simple practice can help calm your mind and bring you back to the present moment. Gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. Compassion. Practice kindness and compassion towards yourself and others. When you treat yourself with love and understanding, you create a peaceful inner environment. Letting go. Release the need to control everything. Accept that some things are beyond your control, and let go of the worry associated with them. As weeks passed, Arjun and the villagers began to implement Buddha's teachings in their lives. They practiced mindfulness, found balance in their activities, and embraced gratitude and compassion. Slowly, the heavy cloud of stress that had settled over the village began to lift. Arjun, once consumed by worry, now approached his work in the fields with a sense of calm and focus. He found joy in the simple act of tending to his crops, appreciating the present moment rather than worrying about the future. His family noticed the change in him and felt the positive impact of his newfound peace. The entire village of Ananda transformed. People smiled more, helped each other, and approached their daily tasks with a sense of purpose and calm. The teachings of Buddha had not only alleviated their stress but it also brought them closer as a community. One day, as Arjun sat by the village square, watching the sun set over the horizon, he thought about Buddha's visit. He realized that the wisdom Buddha had imparted was not just for that moment but was a lifelong guide. Arjun knew that challenges and worries would still come, but he now had the tools to face them with a calm mind and a compassionate heart. Buddha's teachings had planted seeds of peace and wisdom in the hearts of the villagers. Those seeds grew, blossoming into a way of life that embraced mindfulness, balance, and compassion. The village of Ananda, once burdened by stress, became a beacon of serenity and harmony. The story of Buddha's visit to Ananda reminds us that stress and worry are part of the human experience, but they need not define us. By practicing mindfulness, seeking balance, and embracing compassion, we can navigate the challenges of life with a peaceful mind and an open heart. May Buddha's teachings inspire you, dear viewer, to find your own path to peace and serenity. Remember, the journey to a calm mind begins with a single step, the step of being present in the moment and treating yourself with kindness. Embrace the wisdom of Buddha and let it guide you towards a life of inner peace and happiness. Thanks for watching.